What happened on this day will forever go down as one of the most dark days in the history of the United States. Hello everyone, my name is Anya, and in this video we're going to take a look at what happened on this day in the year 1963, the assassination of John F. Kennedy. On the 22nd of November 1963, President John F. Kennedy and his wife Jacqueline were traveling through the streets of Dallas, Texas. Kennedy had been serving as the 35th President of the United States since the 20th of January 1961. He was visiting Texas to smooth over issues in the state's Democratic Party. On this day, dozens of people lined the streets to greet the President and his wife as their car traveled through the streets of Dallas. But as the car passed the Texas School Book Depository building, all of a sudden, multiple gunshots rang through the air. 2 of these gunshots struck Kennedy in the head and neck. Kennedy slumped in his wife's arms, covered in blood, as people dived for cover and wondered what was going on. Kennedy was immediately rushed to the nearby Parkland Memorial Hospital, but by that point it was already too late. John F. Kennedy was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. on the 22nd of November 1963. He was just 46 years of age and had only served as president for 2 years. This photograph was taken just moments before the assassination took place. In the photograph, you can see Kennedy and his wife smiling and greeting the crowds as their car traveled through the streets of Dallas. Nobody could believe that just hours after this photograph was taken, the president would be dead. An investigation was immediately launched into Kennedy's assassination. In the hours after the assassination took place, police arrested a 24-year-old man named Lee Harvey Oswald. Oswald had been employed at the Texas School Book Depository, where multiple witnesses said that gunshots were heard from. And investigators also uncovered a rifle that Oswald had bought under an assumed name in this depository building. Oswald had been arrested just moments after he had shot and murdered a police officer named J.D. Tippett. Investigators were convinced that they had caught the man responsible for the assassination of John F. Kennedy. But incredibly, before he could be prosecuted for Kennedy's assassination, Oswald himself was shot dead on live TV on the 24th of November 1963, just 2 days after the president's assassination. Oswald had been shot dead by a local nightclub owner named Jack Ruby. Ruby was immediately arrested and claimed full responsibility for the murder of Oswald. Many believe that Ruby had murdered Oswald in retaliation for the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Ruby was tried and found guilty of the murder of Lee Harvey Oswald. He was initially sentenced to death, but this sentence was later overturned after a successful appeal. Before he could be granted a new trial, however, Ruby died of cancer in 1967. John F. Kennedy was given a state funeral and he was later buried in Arlington National Cemetery. An eternal flame was placed over his grave. More than 6 decades have passed since the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Many have questioned Lee Harvey Oswald's involvement in the assassination of John F. Kennedy. In the hours after his arrest, Oswald claimed he was held under conspiracy, he had nothing to do with the assassination, he didn't act alone, but unfortunately, he had been murdered before he could be brought to trial. The question as to how much Oswald was really involved in Kennedy's murder still continues to this day. There are still questions as to whether he really acted alone or if he was part of a conspiracy theory. But nevertheless, the assassination of John F. Kennedy will forever go down as one of the most dark days in the history of the United States. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. My name is Anya, and we just looked at what happened on this day.